You know something? I read this article in the Times today. It said that people like us should be placed in front of a firing squad and shot.
Think! It ain't illegal yet. But they working on it. I want the young motherfuckers in here tonight, no matter what your nationality is, turn the motherfucking TV off for 1 week and see if you can survive. Motherfuckers are going to a television junkie motherfucking mode. Nigga, ain't no TV. I need my remote, nigga. I'm jonesing. Nigga, it's called television programming. They telling you visually to program. You being programmed, nigga. You watching on the news. It was on CNN, it's true. I seen it on Fox. It's real. It's bullshit.
Symbols and images are very important to the falsification of consciousness, as the senses cannot be turned off. The pictures that are continuously played before the eyes will eventually permeate the unconscious and begin to direct behavior. What did Adolf Hitler say? Adolf Hitler said it doesn't matter how ridiculous the belief. If you constantly feed it to the people, sooner or later it will take hold, because the mind is soil. The mind is soil. Next slide. Next one. A white Jesus is a much safer yet more powerful way of saying the white man is God and superior to other people. The D.L. Hughley show on CNN is a much safer way to say black men are imbeciles and idiots incapable of serious thought and analysis than coming out. How many of y'all remember when President Obama was running for president, D.L. Hughley had a comedy show on CNN? You remember that? Now CNN is a what? News network. Is it a comedy station? No. But D.L. Hughley had a comedy show. Remember, he had Freddie Mac. Remember they had the mortgage crisis? Freddie Mac was a black pimp with a fur coat. And who else did he have? I think Sally Mae was on it, who was one of his pimping women. This was on CNN. And D.L. Hughley played the part. Okay? The whole thing was to do what? Poke fun at the fact that you had an African-American running for president. But nobody looked at the symbolism. Extensive use of blonde hair by black mothers is a much safer way of teaching black girls that African hair is ugly and undesirable. Everybody saw Chris Rock good hair? No. If you didn't, you need to see it. Okay? Because the way we teach our hate to our daughters is absolutely ridiculous. Next slide. Next slide. Y'all remember this? That is Reggie Williams. He played for the New Orleans Saints. He was like the #1 draft pick or one of the
Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams. And look what he did. He posed for the front of ESPN magazine in a wedding gown. Now most people, y'all didn't see this? Oh my gosh. Now let me ask you a question.
I thought that was a movie.
Now this man is about 310 pounds, solid muscle.
That's
right? Solid muscle. And he does this. Right? You know what they're saying? That the only thing a black man can be next to the white man is his, and I'm not going to use the vernacular. Okay? Look at that. The most powerful running back in the NFL at the time. He was the man. Gets in a wedding dress. Would any brother in here get in a wedding dress to pose on the front of a national magazine? But he did. The power of image. What is that telling you? That you ain't no man and I ain't no man. This ain't no man thing. I'm your coach. You my.
Look at the bottom line.
Next slide. Every time you speak, you convey an image for yourself and listener. Each word helps to build the image like each color helps to paint a picture. This is why we must choose our words carefully to ensure the listener is creating the right image to accompany the statement in his or her mind. Next slide. Black people are free. I'm going to give you an example of what I mean by images. If I said black people are free, you get one image. If I say black people are physically free, that's a different image. Because now I qualify the freedom as only being physical. Look at the last sentence. Black people are in mental bondage. That's a whole nother image. Now it looks like all three statements mean the same thing, don't they? No, they don't. This one gives you a more powerful image that is what? more realistic of our true state of affairs. The one at the top is what? The least realistic and false. Next slide. Words are symbols, which is why you have to choose your words carefully when you're talking to people and trying to impart a certain thought. Barack Obama is half black and half white. That's one image in your mind. Barack Obama is African American. That's another image in your mind. Barack Obama was born of a white mother. That's something totally different. Are y'all with me? This is key. I'm trying to get you to see how when you read books and when you listen to the media and the radio, they use words strategically to conjure up what? A certain image in your mind, and that's how they brainwash. Choose your words carefully. There's an ancient Indian expression that says, be impeccable with your word. Because everything you say out your mouth creates an image in the mind of the person that you're talking to, and you want it to be exactly what you want them to see when they hear you. Next slide. Try to condition yourself to picture the images you want to convey in your thoughts while you're talking to enhance the quality of descriptions you use to properly convey your idea. Next. How can we get the minds of our children back when their heads are filled with images of gangsters, athletes, and entertainers? We allow them to feed themselves an image diet of negative pictures and get mad when they begin to act like the pictures we have allowed them to ingest. Did you hear what I said? Pull your pants up. Why you got your hat on backwards? Why you got a do-rag? Because that's all my subconscious has been given by you. You let me buy this stuff. You let me listen to this stuff. And now we got a whole set of popular sitcoms on TV with what? Homosexual couples. So the kids are going to start acting it out and not even know why. I have kids come to me, Mr. Johnson, I don't know why I do what you do. And I say, I know. Because you've been conditioned. You're under the influence of a poltergeist. Next slide. These four things are the sources of our most powerful images and brain. TV, radio, newspaper, and real-life experiences, which is why role modeling is key for black children. We have to be good role models for our children, and we cannot expose them to negative role models, even if they are blood relatives. That's his uncle. I don't care. That's his big brother. I don't care. That's his cousin. I don't care. Why should you keep your child further away from a blood relative who's a negative influence than a stranger? Because the blood relative has more influence over them. Y'all follow me? That's the one he absolutely should not be with. Next. Television is the #1 weapon used by white supremacy against black people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Black people fed image diet of degrading material about themselves, godly material about Europeans. There's no way you can watch this amount of negative imagery and not be affected by it. It's impossible. You can't turn your brain off. You can't listen to rap and not be influenced by rap. You can't watch a white sitcom every day and not be influenced by the white sitcom. You can't read a certain magazine every day and not be influenced by it. Well, how can I say that? How can I say that you cannot be influenced by it? Because you have a conscious mind and you have an unconscious mind. Which one is more powerful? The unconscious mind. That's why when you say, I'm never going to use profanity again. I'm never going to use profanity again. Then it slips out. Do you want to know why? Because the unconscious is much stronger than the conscious mind. That's right.
This type of plan was first used after the creation of affirmative action. Many whites were against this, and they were frightened that they might lose their jobs. So they had to find a way to make blacks unhireable. The only way to stop blacks from taking white jobs was to somehow convince them to be stupid and lazy. So during the 70s, every black man on TV was only allowed to be ignorant. They had to be cool and sly, pimpsters and gangsters. These stereotypes weren't seen as entertainment by blacks. They were seen as reality. Many black men started dressing like these men and acting like these men. The whites in power knew that black people would do whatever they saw other blacks do on TV. So they made sure to give blacks bad role models and idols. However, when George W. Bush got in office, the country was experiencing a recession. So they had to create a new black stereotype to get blacks to spend money to boost the economy. They went and found young, attractive black men and paid them millions to make black people feel like shit if they didn't have lots of money to spend. The new black stereotype was spend, black people, spend, 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 spend. This was when the subprime mortgages took advantage of black people eager to spend by trapping them in loans with high interest rates. Of course the black people were going to take the loans, because now these days, if you're black and you don't have a lot of money and a lot of possessions, you ain't shit. Now, at this time, we are currently in the trap music phase. The government has been making money off crack cocaine for a long time. In late 2004, early 2005, crack sales were slumping, and they created a new black stereotype that say all black men sell crack. They found young men like Jeezy, Gucci, Jock, told them all to rap about selling drugs. Young black men all over the country are still falling for this, and they believe that their only way out of the hood is to sell drugs. But most black kids who listen to the rappers that tell them to sell drugs also listen to the same rappers who tell them to waste money on buying the white man's merchandise. So even if you were able to make money off drugs, you would still be broke because you spend your money on bullshit. During the times of blackface, when whites pretended to be blacks, black people knew that that wasn't who they were, and they acted exactly the opposite of what the white man portrayed them as. Now, instead of black makeup, they now pay real black people to do the job. It's easier for blacks to get confused. Even though these people are real Africans, they are still being controlled and scripted by white men. Just like that white man with the black makeup on years ago.
Rap music we see today is nothing but hypnosis over young black youth. Young black males see these people on TV and they admire them like they're superheroes. The federal government has known since the Woodstock days that if you control the music, you control the children. The richest people in the federal government are afraid of the black man. No one knows why. No one knows what for. Maybe there's a deep-seated fear that if the black man were to become educated, that they would get the whites back for slavery. That's just paranoia to me. You know how we celebrate Martin Luther King Day, but did you know the federal government called him America's most dangerous man? Dangerous? He was a preacher. How was he dangerous? They had to make sure that another Martin Luther King would never emerge. So for 10 years after his death, the only black man you saw on TV was a pimp, a drug dealer, or a gangster. The same thing is still going on today. Billionaires find poor black men and offer them millions of dollars to act like clowns and monkeys on national TV. These rappers are working for the government and don't even know it. Black people have no culture since we're basically a made-up race. So black people are always searching for an identity. The federal government said, hey, let's convince all black men that they're supposed to be thugs, crooks, irresponsible, uneducated, and flashy. This is the reason why nearly all rappers on TV are black. The rappers just see the money that they're being paid and don't realize that they're nothing but high-priced puppets in a bigger plan to destroy the black race. It's working, though. Think about it. Think about this. Whenever a white boy has his pants below his ass, what do we say? We say he's acting black. You see how hypnotized we are? We actually think that dressing like a dumbass thug makes you black. This plan is working perfectly. Whenever you see a black man riding around on big rims and he has gold teeth and wears his pants below his ass, he's not doing that because he wants to. He looks at his skin and thinks that's what he's supposed to be doing. The government knows that black people are searching for their role in America, and rap music tells young black men that's who they're supposed to be. I know people are going to say I'm crazy or I'm thinking too deeply, but this is for real. These rappers get paid all that money to be puppets and monkeys. Most of these buyers of the CDs are white, but they look at this strictly as entertainment. Black kids in the inner city look at this as a way of life. I know somebody's going to say, well, hip-hop just reflects reality. That's not true. Hip-hop creates reality. When NWA released Fuck the Police, violence against cops rose 300%. That alone shows you how powerful rap is. I think that this was the turning point in rap. When Fuck the Police was released, the government said we can use this to control the black youth. They think it's funny They get together and say, let's get all black men to put gold teeth in their mouth. And they pay rappers to do it. Now everyone else is doing it. I bet you they had a meeting and said, hey, let's see if we can get all black men to wear pink like girls. Next thing you know, Cameron's got all that pink shit on. And everybody in the inner city all over the country was wearing pink back in like 03, 04. You remember that crap? Black men need to wake up and realize that rap videos are on TV for a reason. Are you watching these guys in the video? Look at these idiots. There's a reason why rappers get paid so much. It's because the government wants to reward black men for being who they're supposed to be. You know, kind of like how Denzel and Halle got their Oscars. You know, Denzel had to be a crook and Halle had to be a slut. They're trying to tell you that's who your black ass is supposed to be.
Hit me.
What's up, everybody? You already know who it is. This your man ANTMO right here, back again with another episode of the world famous ANTMO The Dark Knight TV. On today's topic, you know, we talking about television, mainstream media, and the effect that it has on the brain, the effect that it has on people. I just want to get straight into this because y'all heard a lot of information. You know, you heard a lot of information from other guys. Now it's me. I'm the main event because it's like my show, ANTMO The Dark Knight TV. So yeah, the thing is, man, TV, I hate TV. Every time I turn on the TV, that's all you see is white people. Think about it. That's the #1 reason for TV. When you turn the TV on, that's all you see is white people doing all of these great, amazing things, and you see black people acting like monkeys. Don't give me BT, because that bullshit is owned by the white man. It used to be owned by Bob Johnson, a black man, but he sold us out for a couple $2 billion. So even BT is owned by white people. So now it's official. Anything you see on TV obtaining the black folks is going to be some coon, monkey, Jim Crow slave shit. And these coon, slave, weak-minded ass black people, not everybody, but most of them, they look at that shit and they idolize it. TV is not reality. TV creates reality. Like, let me give you an example. This is the perfect example. Ever since that bullshit ass crackers TV show called Scandal came out, ever since that TV show came out, that's all you see is bed wenches out here. And what I mean by bed wenches is black girls wanting to be with a white man. So it's like the TV, it's like you always wanted to be with a white man, but the TV show Scandal gave you, like, that was your permission slip to get with a white man. You know what I'm saying? Rap music videos. If you never saw those rap music videos, you would have never put tattoos on your body. If you never saw Lil Wayne faggot ass on TV with his little tight pants on and Jim Jones and all them niggas, you would have never put on skinny jeans. Don't you get it? Everything on the TV is there for a reason. It's like my man just said with the Denzel and the Halle Berry thing. Denzel Washington has done 50, 60, just great, a whole bunch of great movies. So did Halle Berry. But you only get rewarded for being a nigger. You only get rewarded for being a crook and a slut. You know what I'm saying? So think about that, man. That's what the white man is telling you. It's like TV. You think they do those TV shows? You think they doing Love and Hip Hop? The show Love and Hip Hop. You think they put that ghetto ass shit on TV for entertainment? No. That shit is there for a reason, because the white man is telling you this is what you supposed to be. The show Flavor of Love. Black women, you ain't nothing but hoes, and black man, you ain't nothing but a pimp. Flavor Flav was the pimp, and he got to choose which hoe he wanted to be with, or whatever you want to call it. You understand? So I just want y'all to understand, man, you gotta pay close attention to that shit, man. I used to watch TV all my life, think nothing of it. I started getting older, I started realizing, damn, that's all you see on TV is white people. What the fuck? These crackers ain't no better than me. What the fuck? So I'm not getting caught up into that bullshit, but I'm just letting y'all know, man. Y'all gotta open your eyes, man. Like, you really watch TV? Like, you still watch? Like, I could understand 10, 20 years ago, because, you know, it used to be good, positive black shows on TV, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't always just, but like, y'all gotta understand, yo, these days that we living in is worse than slavery, yo, cause we back into that Jim Crow shit, we back into the cooning days, the 1920s, like, those times are going on right now. It's just different. It's just a different technology out, and different. It's just different ways that they doing it. But the white man is still oppressing you. You just too blind to realize it. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like, leave that shit alone, man. Like, even me personally, man, I'm a sports fan, so I always end up watching, you know, First Take, ESPN, Sports Center, basketball games, football games. So I'ma always end up watching TV somehow, some way, because I'm into sports. You know, once in a while I might want to watch a movie or something, but other than that, I don't watch none of those TV shows. I don't watch too much of the news, you know what I'm saying, unless, you know, something happens that's real. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the shit on the news is bullshit as well. You know, but yeah, man, leave the fucking TV alone, man. Let me just say this, plain and simple, to all black people. Read my lips. You ready? I'm gonna give you a second to get ready, alright? The same white man that brought you here to be a slave is the same white man that controls the music you listen to, and the shows you watch on TV, and the movies, all of those slave movies, and, you know, degrading movies, degrading black people. The white man controls it. The white man is the one who gives it the green light. Okay, you can put Precious on the big screen, but don't put no Malcolm X or Marcus Garvey stuff on the big screen. Okay, you can put Lil Wayne on the radio, but we better not ever get another rapper like Tupac or Public Enemy. You understand? Because your slave master is still controlling you. You just don't see it because he's invisible. Lil Wayne, the white man, like, let me give you an example. If a white man got on TV calling black people niggas and bitches and all of this racist stuff, it wouldn't look right. But if Lil Wayne called black men niggas and black women bitches, it's normal because he black. So don't you understand it? It's the same shit going on. Lil Wayne is the Uncle Tom. The white man is the slave master. It's like, let me give you another example. It's like with movies. It's like you're an actor and you get paid to do a role, but you still being exploited because most movie directors are white men. So it's like a white man is paying you money so he can put you in a costume and an outfit and you go out and act out his fantasy. That's what a movie is. You getting paid to be a puppet. You getting paid, but a white man is directing you to do what you're supposed to do. So that's why niggas put on dresses. Niggas, Kevin Hart in a movie with a blonde wig on and shit. It's the same shit going on, yo. And you dumb motherfuckers just don't see that. The black race is about to be exterminated. Because you want to be dumb enough to believe everything you see on TV and rap music. Everything our ancestors died for is a waste. just everything about the black race is going down the drain. Because you motherfuckers are so goddamn dumb and brainwashed. You accept anything your master wants you to accept. What a shame. What a joke. This shit is terrible, man. These days that we live in is 10 times worse than slavery. That's why I'm going hard as shit, because I'm young, I'm black. Can't nobody feel the pain that I'm feeling. And I don't give a fuck. It's me against the world. I'm speaking the truth. I'm coming hard. I'm coming real. But yo, I'm just doing me, being who I am. And we gonna get it in like that. But it's your man, ANTMO. Everybody holla at me. One love. It's all love. I'm out.